Hi guys, how you going? Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome. So tonight we're out at the Maralinga nuclear test site out in South Australia. So I thought it'd be a good opportunity to utilise the camp kitchen here. And today we're doing Japanese curry and chicken katsu with some fukaki and some pickled ginger, carrots, the works. So I'll take you through the whole process. Pretty straightforward and simple, this one. I'll take you through all the pre-prep and what's involved in the night, which ain't a hell of a lot, but you need a few components going. All right, let's get stuck into it. All right guys, so the pre-prep for this was all the crumb chicken I pre-did at home and then froze it into 3 containers, okay? Portioned it out nicely, so we've got plenty for everyone. We've got leftover from the butter chicken the other night. We've got a heap of rice left. Just chopped up some fresh onions, some fresh carrots. I'm using the induction cooktop to actually defrost some of it because some of it was still a bit frozen. So that's defrosting quite nicely. I've just got it on a very, very, very low heat. And that's almost done, which is great. Now there's no power, i.e. no power points in the camp kitchen. So I'm rocking the all powers tonight. So as you can see, she's drawing about 1,000 watts there. So this will be fine for us tonight to get all this cooked up. And then the other little bits and pieces over here. We've got Gary's gas cooker over here where we're going to cook the curry. And we're using the golden curry, Japanese curry mix. Nice and simple, all pre-done. So you'll see how quickly and easily that comes together. All right, so while that's defrosting, let's get the curry going. All right, so first up, we're just going to stir fry some veggies in the pan. Get the heat on. We'll see how these gas canisters go tonight. They're always problematic. At least in here tonight, it's not too bad because it's a little bit warmer in here, whereas outside it's freezing. So you can put whatever veggies you want, carrots, potatoes. I've also got some broccoli, which I might throw in last of all. So we'll stir fry the carrots first up, and the onions. So we'll just let the pan heat up a fraction. And again, make sure you've got a big enough pot. Because once we add all the liquid and whatnot, because you'll need about 600 ml of water. So you just need to stir fry the onions until they become translucent. And then just give the onions a bit of a stir fry as well. So we've got portioned for 4 people tonight. And you'll see how much this serves up, and again, it does 5 to 6 quite easily. And again, don't finish this process, don't rush it. All right, so now all the onions have become translucent, so now we're just going to add the water. So about 500-600 ml. Okay. And now we're just going to bring this to the boil. And again, if you had potatoes, you would cube the potatoes. Don't do them too big. You know, probably just 1 to 1.5 centimetre cubes. And again, stir fry in the same process. Whereas if you do them too big, they won't cook in line with everything else. All right, guys. So as you can see, it's all brought to a boil. And now we're going to let it simmer, okay? So we'll turn it down, let that simmer for about another 10 minutes. All right guys, all the defrosting is done. Come together quite nicely. So now we're going to just shallow fry the chicken. And I always use a bit of chicken and a bit of butter. It's up to you. Don't just use butter because the butter will burn. You can use ghee if you like. And just do it on a low heat. Don't cook it fast. We'll see, because this is induction. I've got it on 300 watts actually. Let's go 500. See what happens. Get a little bit of sizzle, that's the goal. And be careful with the induction, because every time you take it off it cuts out. Alright guys, so we've just thrown all the cubes in. As you can see there's one of the big cubes. And that'll just melt very, very, very quickly. And then that'll thicken up the curry sauce. And then what you can do also, if you're concerned about your veggies, just test your veggies. Okay, and make sure they're tender. And again, over a period of time, they'll tender up. Okay, so it's always the potatoes and carrots you've got to worry about. But you just got to make sure until all those cubes are all solid and dissolved. And then we've got the chicken over on the distance, all come together quite nicely. All right, let's check how the chicken's going. Oh, beautiful. So every pan has a sweet spot, and it looks like that's the sweet spot. Let's crank it up to 800. See how we go. Alright guys, the curry's all done. Nice and thickened up, so you just leave it here to simmer. And then when you've got all of the components ready, you just assemble, okay? The rice is all done, the curry is done, the chicken's almost done. And then we'll show you the finished product. So as you can see, that's come together beautifully. Again, always double check the fat bit. Just make sure it's cooked properly, which it is. With our curry. And we'll get some pickled ginger. And there's dinner. Bukkake, rice, katsu, chicken, the lot. All done. Set and repeat. Alright guys, so you get the gist, set and repeat, nice and easy. Again, they end up doing about a good half dozen serves. Again, if you want to stretch the curry a bit more, add a bit more water, add some more veg and so forth. Again, it's quite a thick curry. But yeah, nice and simple. I'll pop the recipe link on Recipe Me for you, so it's nice and simple for you. It goes through all the process and whatnot. Hello to all from Maralinga, nuclear test site. So hopefully it doesn't end up being radioactive. All right, and again, if you want to find out about the Maralinga test site, go back to the channel, there'll be a heap of information there about that, and also our massive trip along the Aya Peninsula. Go check out the playlist, 5 mates, 3 rigs, one hell of a trip. And I'll see you in the next video or out on the road. Cheers guys, bye.